Hi Libra, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book your personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They happen to help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So with that said, happy damn birthday to you. If you are celebrating your birthday or your solar return this week, remember to fill that day with a little bit of everything that you want this entire year to have in it. Go for dinner with friends and family. Make sure you do get people to give you presents. Maybe go and see a show. Go and see some art. Get out into nature. Like whatever it is that you want this whole year to have in it for you, put a little bit of that into your whole year. With that said, you have the Magician card. So this is a great week for this card because it kind of coincides with that sort of Sun in Libra energy, right? Maybe not necessarily by its transit, but it suggests that you're very clear on what your plans are. You're very clear and very focused on what it is that you want to create, on what power you have to create the changes that you want. And it will see you being very, very clear on what it is that you communicate with other people. This is great. I mean, whenever the sun comes into our sign, remember, it gives you that vitality. It reinvigorates you. It renews you in some way, shape or form. And the fact that you've got that Mars retrograde happening over in your 7th house, this is putting a spotlight on you. So the clarity, especially in your relationships, I'm guessing, right? The clarity is going to come from you. So this is you being aware, not just of yourself, but also of your own power. And that's a really nice place to be. And it also suggests in a lot of ways that you could be shining this week. And so therefore for this entire year ahead, use this energy wisely. For your actions and options, you have the World card, as if you could have anything bigger or better, right? This is very much about a change in status. So for a lot of you, this could be about a job. This could be about a promotion of some sort. This could be something to do with a relationship where it crosses that threshold, where it becomes something else, where it goes into its next iteration of what it can be, how it can appear, not only to you, but also to the world. Now, remember, this is what you're choosing. This is what you're choosing to do. So in some way, shape or form, you are deciding to step out onto the wider world stage in order to be seen, which means that you're presenting either a new idea about yourself or you are chasing some part of your career that you are choosing to go ahead with. And I feel like a lot of you, this might be, something that you'd kind of said, it's great, it's an amazing opportunity, but I don't know if I can do it. Am I going to have the time? Do I have the smarts for it? You absolutely do. And this is a solid offer or opportunity for your future. Do not squander it. For your communications and conversations, you have the 4 of Swords. So you might find as well, even with the sun in your sign, you might find that you're a little bit more pensive this week. You might find that you're really you're doing this whole thing about being very clear about what you say. So it looks like you might be trying to formulate that. So it's kind of like you're saying, right, well, I know what I want to say, but I just want to make sure that if I am going to say this, it has the right impact. It kind of feels like you're tempering what you say so that it has the maximum effect. And the other thing is, you could, for a lot of you, just be planning a holiday, some R&R, some downtime, some rest, recuperation. This is about you spending time on or for yourself, and maybe doing so in quietude or solitude. Sometimes it's the best way to celebrate. I remember one year, there were several, but I remember one year I actually spent Christmas on my own, as in like literally on my own. And this was before the days of masses of social media and stuff. So it was a really interesting time, and allowing myself to be in that space of quietude and solitude was very powerful for me. So take some time this week if you should feel so. For your money and materials, you have the Strength card. This really does, for me, it kind of suggests that something that you have wanted When it comes to finances, this might be a big purchase of some sort, maybe a treat that you've wanted to buy yourself. This week you kind of have the go ahead to buy it, right? This week you've got the go ahead to go after, or, you know, maybe have a little, and when I say a little bit, I mean a little bit of a splurge. And your strength card sees you having the courage to go after what it is that you want. So, and this comes underneath that world card. So it kind of feels like, again, when it comes to the finances, when it comes to the job, this isn't just about clarity, but it's also about you having the guts to go after something. So I kind of feel like this week you'll be deliberating on whether you're going to accept a position, whether you are going to release that project, whether you're going to, you know, step forward in a specific way. And that strength card kind of says that whatever the courage it is that it takes for you to do this, it will be well rewarded, right? When it comes to your physical health and vitality, it's your heart and your spine this week, especially with the Four of Swords. So if you, I mean, I'm not a doctor, I can't give you medical advice, but what I will say to you, this would be a great week for something like acupuncture. It would be a great week for some sort of, you know, maybe structural or physical work, like manual therapy of some sort. This would be a great week for that. I think you'd get a lot out of it. And you could maybe work that into your R&R or your downtime. And then for your home and environment, this looks like you're welcoming someone in. So for some of you, this could be, I mean, it could be, I won't say necessarily new pets. It does feel more like children or people that you are, maybe you're finally moving in with somebody. Maybe you are finally connecting with somebody and they come with children, you know, like that's, maybe that's it. Maybe you're moving in with a partner that, you know, happens to have a child or maybe several kids, or maybe you're fusing your two families together. There's definitely an element of this to that as well, which I really like for you guys. And then for your love and relations, you have the Hierophant card. For a lot of you, I feel like a relationship goes to the next level this week. So this could be if you've been dating for a while, you decide to move in together. If you already live together, you could be getting engaged. If you already engaged, this could be right. You know what? We're going to do it. We're going to finally tie the knot. Now, there is something about this that does, because it's underneath the Four of Swords, it does suggest that you guys are having a lot of debates about the way that you're going to move forward. You know, this could be you looking at the finances, who's going to cover what, for that, you know, and this is across the board in relationships as well. And I kind of feel like yours is going to be the voice of reason and clarity this week. So if that is the case, try to find a way to use that power wisely, or what's the word? Responsibly, so to speak. For those of you that are single, if you are meeting someone this week, it's likely to be somebody that is very serious, or maybe, you know, somebody that's a bit more slow to act than most other people. And this could be somebody that is in possibly a position of power or authority, maybe somebody that works either in uniform or, you know, has a high level position of some sort. Possible. For those of you that are partnered already or in long-term commitments, this is you guys trying to figure out, okay, you know what, are we getting enough us time? Are we getting enough we time? And I think this is something that you could be addressing this week. And I think if you're going to sell that case or that point to your partner this week, you're able to do it in a way that kind of makes them say, okay, you know what, I see where you're coming from. All right. Interesting week. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.